Like I said, I had mentioned it in your show before, but I'm going to bring him up every chance I get, and that's Super Nuclear, who's going to be doing our liquid lighting show. Uh, a lot of people might think it might just be like a fucking projector with a petri dish and some oil and some color. No, dude, his shit's bonkers, man. Like it's like I've seen his setup on his Instagram page. Get on there and check it out. It's
Yeah.
Super Nuclear.
This is S. Patrick Brooks with the Heavy Underground Farm Report. I've got Jason Doome with me for the Grand Rapids Doomfest, man. He's coming up with his second show coming up. We're super excited about it. Jason, just why don't you give us a quickly, well, if you could do it as slow as you want to. Slowly, because it's Doom. Give us a history of the Grand Rapids Doomfest, what happened last year, and who you are, bud.
Right on, man. Well, for those who don't know me, I'm Jason Doome or Jason Church. Jason Church sounds really foreign to me nowadays. But this all stemmed from me and a really good friend, Shane Cox, who I met through the Clutch group or through another Clutch buddy. And we got to go into shows together because he lives in Grand Rapids. And we'd always meet before shows, and he was turning 50. I was already 53. And he wanted to kind of accomplish something, leave a mark, and do something cool, man. And so we've always wanted to put on a Doomfest, and we made one happen. And it really happened because of the bands. I mean, there wouldn't have been a Doomfest without them. And, just by supporting bands, man, having their backs, trying to throw them up, and support them as much as you can through social media, which, a lot of bands depend on nowadays. And, a lot of bands that I'm friends with really came through, man, and wanted to play and really made it something special. And it was special enough that we're going to do number 2. So,
but I talked to the guys in Bonehawk when I was out in Las Vegas last weekend, and they just raved about how professional you were and how much fun your show was.
Right,
but
nice.
Man, they talked about everything ran on time, everything ran smooth. It's like you did this 100 times. That's really a testament to like you and Shane, like really pulling that together, man. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, man. That's huge. That's huge coming from those guys because they're professional as fuck, man. And like I said, when I initially asked them, I was really, really nervous because, it's what they do, man, and they're a touring band. Fuck, they're a regional act. They tour the states, man. They tour everywhere.
Yeah.
And and so asking them and only having gas money and beer to cover them, and for them to throw into it as much as they did and want to be a part of something like that was truly awesome and humbling, to say the least.
Man. You're right. Bonehawk is like they're big on the scene. I've seen them a couple times in different cities, and
fucking great.
And they put on a great professional show. So man, you got some stuff coming up. You don't have all the bands set, but I know you have at least one band set. That's correct.
Yes,
right?
We do. Yeah, we have
Pillar of Light.
Yes, Pillar of Light from Detroit, man. And I finally, an episode later, I remembered who the other band was because I couldn't remember. I couldn't put my finger on who the other. It's 2 bands that they were.
Well, we smoke a little weed, Jason. Sometimes we forget shit.
A little weed, a little dying that'll do it to you, man. But yeah, they're a mix of pallbearer and neurosis, man, and they convey that pain and torture that neurosis conveys, man, really well. And they have the softness, or not the softness, man, but the atmospheric presence that pallbearer has too. And so they're great, man. They're a phenomenal band. Yeah.
So I checked them out since your last show, and I agree, man. I'm freaking stoked for you. They're definitely going to make some noise, like literally and figuratively on the scene.
I absolutely agree. I wish I knew the artist's name, but they had the artist who not famous, but he was big for the Bell Witch album cover where the Grim Reaper's holding
Yeah,
they got the big mirror.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean they're definitely, I think they're gonna break for sure. So it's it's my privilege to have them on for Doomfest too for sure.
Hell yeah.
Um, and then right now that's the only band we have confirmed.
Okay.
The cutoff date is February 28th.
Coming up.
It's coming up. It's not a lot of time. We're running a little bit behind, just trying to get things set up. And I brought a prop. I don't know how well we'll go over this, but
Oh yeah. Hey, I'll
this
put it in the
says,
notes too, but it looks like
yeah,
it's Saint Doom at Gmail.
yeah,
Saint
at gmail.com.
at
Yep.
gmail.com. There we go. Yeah, but that came
And it's
through actually
all
wrong.
lowercase letters, Saint Doom at gmail.com. And send your digital press packet, your band info, bio, music, anything
Bribes.
you
No, I'm
can.
just kidding. Don't send
Yeah,
bribes.
right.
Send weed.
Yeah. Send weed,
Don't do that. Don't do
anything to
that. We're
grease.
kidding.
Yeah, anything to grease the wheels, man. um, but
Just joking.
they can they can send all their info there. And I already, man, we discussed this at the last one where um you asked me if I was in the enviable position of
Ah,
too many or too little
yeah.
bands, and yeah, it's a problem you love to have. But I guess because I was trying to urge another meeting with the pyramid scheme with the new guy that we're dealing with,
Okay.
and I spoke to Saint Shane. And he said they're adamant at 5 bands, which, like I said, 7 was too many. I get that. I just feel 6 would be,
6. Yeah.
6 would be good for me. And the point was good because a lot of the people that we are a little bit of an older crowd, so I totally, and I'm, as a spectator. I totally get that. And, I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
at
It's true.
Doomfest, I didn't because I was hopped up on adrenaline and
Well,
mushrooms
hell
and
yeah.
weed. So, I could have kept going, man.
For sure. For sure.
But, so we're at 5, man. And it hurts my soul, man, because, everybody that has sent us their stuff right now, man, I would immediately have on Doomfest.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you could have 20 bands, you'd have 20 bands.
Exactly. So, I definitely, if a band, if any of you guys send your stuff, don't be discouraged if you don't get picked on this one, because we're definitely doing Doomfest 3. And and there's probably a good chance you'll probably get on it because you're probably going to get picked for this one. We just don't have the slots to be able to do it.
Perfect.
And yeah, and that just it sucks, man, because there's everybody, again, like I said, everybody that has sent their stuff, man, fits the bill perfectly.
Well, man, and you did such a good job with the first one. I'm sure. I mean, I know a bunch of bands personally that would love to be involved. So, Jason, so during the process of picking the bands, I mean, you've
Yes.
you've, you've got Pillar of Light on there. They are doomy, like you're not kidding, doomy. Are you
Yes.
gonna stick with that theme for your Doom? I know it's called a Doom Fest. Are you gonna branch out
Right.
and have some maybe desert rock, or maybe some straight rock, or do you want to have a variety, or do you want to have a pretty doomy Doom Fest?
No, we're definitely gonna have variety for sure. Cause let's all face it, man. I love Doom, man. I mean, as you
Yeah,
know,
dude,
I
the
mean,
knuckles
I
look great.
got the Doom life tattooed, man.
I love
And
it. That's
but
awesome.
yeah, you can only, when you're at a Doom concert, man. Let's all be honest with ourselves. There's only so much Doom you can take mood wise, and
Sure,
5 straight bands of, you know, uh, hard thinking, hard feeling, you know,
drony.
drony. We need something to interrupt that and cleanse the palate a little bit. And
Agreed.
so,
Good,
there's
good call.
bands. Yeah, thank you. And so there's bands that have applied like Buzzard Fight. They're, oh, I know, right?
So good.
Yeah, they got something going on, bro.
Dude, Midwest Doom
Something like,
Coalition just put out like a little compilation of like 6 songs or something, and Buzzard Fight
yes,
songs on that. Mm,
yes, dude,
gotta check that
yes.
out, y'all. All right, cool. Sorry
Yes,
to
I'm
interrupt, bud.
waiting. I'm waiting. They're supposed to be getting their. They got a. They did like a pressing of like 50 records, and I was like, you better set one aside for me. So you might want to hit up your boys, man, and tell them to set one aside, dude.
I may have hit up the boys. I may have.
oh,
Seriously, man, I love those dudes, man. You know what?
they're great,
Honestly, I was
man.
drinking their coffee yesterday. I was like mid-afternoon. It's like, oh my gosh, after smoking all that weed with a freaking black sunrise, it's like I need some caffeine. So we
Right,
whipped
right,
up some
yeah,
Buzzard Fight coffee, man.
nice.
I was going to think of some weird coffee slogan, but I
Well,
couldn't
and
think of any.
there now, and I don't know if I've created this in my head or not. Now, and I want to get his name right. Randall, correct?
Yeah, Randall Platt.
Okay. Now, is he also the one that's in charge of the Midwest Doom Coalition, or is
Yeah,
that
yeah, one
okay?
and the
I
same.
thought I made that connection.
He's a super good guy, man. And anybody
Yes,
who like buys my t-shirt and then wears it with the most pimpin' fucking jacket that I've ever fucking
the
seen,
bro,
that
and he
dude's my
wore
friend
it well,
forever.
man. He wore it
Yeah.
well. No shit.
Sorry, shameless plug there, but yeah, that he's a super good guy, man.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So something along the lines when you have somebody as intense as Pillar of Light, afterwards you need something to kind of kick the crowd back into gear, and it's not a bad thing, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, no, for
You
sure.
know, and to have somebody like a Buzzard Fight that would, holy shit, wake every, get everybody moving again and
Like,
fucking
yeah,
going holy shit. So definitely doing a variety, man. I think Shadow of Jupiter is another
so
band that
good,
sent their stuff.
so good.
So I listened to him at work, man. I was diving into their catalog, and as well as man, nothing sounds. I try not to listen to stuff, but until I can get it on vinyl.
I
But
hear you. Dude, I
I
get that.
try to do that, but
Well,
you
I have
can't.
their album on
Because
vinyl, dude, and it fucking smokes.
right, right, dude. Like the soul that the singer in Shadow of Jupiter has in his voice, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It conveys a little bit on
John.
digital, but through my stereo, dude, I was like, wow, man, this is like stoner with soul, man. I
Yeah.
fucking dig it, dude.
Hell yeah.
Dig it.
I agree.
So
John's a hell of a singer.
yes, and we've had, I believe, Ghost Pipe. They sent some emails. Who else, man? I'm gonna forget somebody because there's one
Did
more
you talk to
person supposed
Lung
to be.
Burner? I
Oh,
think we talked about those guys.
yep, and Black Moon Cult. They sent us their info packet. Great guys, man. Great music. Super stoked that they applied. So there's some great stuff, man. And some great bands that are applying. So.
Definitely. That's awesome, man.
And that's the mix. I mean, like I said, any of those bands, man, any of them, period. And that makes it tough, man, because any of these bands are are more than qualified to be playing Doomfest or any other fest, for
for
that matter.
sure. Is there anything in particular, like, is there one thing that you're like, man, your band has to have this for me to consider you guys?
Be good people, man.
Oh,
Really.
yeah. Right on.
You know what I mean? As long as long as you're just good people, man, and you're doing this for the right reasons, and like Shane and I, man, we're just doing this because we love it, man. There's
That's so
there's
cool.
there's no other reason, man. We're not in it for the money. We didn't get paid for the last one, and probably won't get paid for this one, and I
Sure.
don't care.
Right. I
Um,
get
you
it.
know, we were able to we made t-shirts and prints for Doomfest, and we were able to get our money back, make a little bit money that we were going to roll into getting our art, which is cool because we're sticking with the original artist that did the artwork for Doomfest 1, Steven
Yeah.
Yoyada. Yeah,
So
dude,
good.
so
That
good.
poster's badass.
It's so good, man. I mean, Shane came up through him the idea. My contribution, to be honest, I was like, man, just put a lot of mushrooms and weed in it, and
Dude, you
I'll
got
be
to go with
covered, bro.
mushrooms.
Yes,
I
I
like
have
all
that
of.
Bone Hawk shirt, dude.
Fuck
It's
yeah,
fucking
Bone Hawk.
great.
Wait. There we go. Some Bone Hawk. There we
Ow!
go. I
Hell yeah,
love this
man.
shirt. All right,
It's a
cool.
great shirt, dude. I love it.
Yeah, dude, I like that imagery. I think the wizard, like, I don't think you have to smoke weed to enjoy this music by any means, but
No,
there's no doubt that there's some associated imagery with the stoner rock, the
That
heavy
there is,
underground
man.
scene.
Because let's
And
be honest, we're gonna smoke weed with any music we listen to.
I know I am. Oh man, yeah, dude.
So
It was funny. That was hilarious yesterday when I was talking to Black Sunrise, and three of the dudes are just smoking so much weed, and the guitar player guy's like, "I don't smoke weed," but it's like,
yeah,
right on. It's
right
like that.
on.
That's
Yeah,
freaking cool. So yeah, man. But I love the artists that you picked. The colors of the
thank you.
poster were sweet. I think like
Yes.
you really nailed like that feel of our scene, man.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and we've already got a little idea in my head for what we want to do with the next one, and we're gonna incorporate a little. If anybody out there is familiar with the movie Midsummer, which I fucking love,
Okay.
it had a lot of floral in it, very bright floral, and so we're incorporating weeds and mushroom, of course, but some floral designs,
Right
maybe
on.
a black Phillip goat head in there, but it's gonna be dope, dude, because the guy's incredible. So we're really stoked for that. That should be coming. We gave ourselves a deadline, which was to do the band announcement with you on March 1st,
I'm looking forward
and
to it, man.
then hopefully have the poster done by April 1st. So then
Yeah.
we'll have some artwork to start throwing out there.
Sweet, dude. And then we'll you'll have a chance over the summer to market the shit out of that. It'd be great for you guys to get the word out. There's a lot of interest in your Doomfest, Jason. A lot of
Yes.
it is because the bands that you had last year, dude, quite frankly, a lot of it is because of you. You know, you're a
Yeah. Right.
personality on the scene,
Thank you.
and you're a good guy, and you have a great reputation, and you're the kind of person that people want to support. Um, but yeah, man, I mean, dude, the combination of that and the freaking amazing lineup that you had last year was just sick.
It was
But
pretty good.
you jumped off real strong on your first one, man, and I expect that this one will be absolutely along the same lines.
I'm
So
really, really stoked for this one, man. Like I said, I had mentioned it in your show before, but I'm going to bring him up every chance I get, and that's Super Nuclear, who's going to be doing our
yeah,
liquid lighting show. Uh,
so,
a lot of people might think it might just be like a fucking projector with a petri dish and some oil and some color. No, dude, his shit's bonkers, man. Like it's like I've seen his setup on his Instagram page. Get on there and check it out. It's
yeah.
super nuclear. And for those that aren't familiar, it's the trippy lighting you'd see in the 60s and early 70s in the background that looked like liquid bubbles, and it was
Yeah.
oil.
There's a good
Um,
example of that if you like go on YouTube and check out Beelzebub's set at Ripplefest.
yes,
It's fucking awesome, and I'll tell you, as a fan, man, for me personally, I love it. It adds a lot to the show. It adds a real psychedelic element to the
yes,
proceedings, which I enjoy whether I'm on psychedelics or not.
absolutely,
You know, but
absolutely,
man,
man.
it's like it's a cool thing, and it's it makes it feel like it's just a little more than seeing bands in a club. You know, it just
Very
like
much
pumps
so.
up that experience a little more. That's fantastic that you're doing that. It's super nuclear, right on.
Yeah, it is, man. It's gonna be crazy, dude. Because this guy, one thing he does. And as soon as I get the band announcements, I got to send him all the bands because he listens to each band individually, of course. And then he designs his lighting show around the band and their music. So there's a different mood and a different theme for each band.
Hell yeah.
Fucking awesome, man.
Dude, I've got to figure out some way to try to get there.
Bro,
It's a crazy year for me, man. I'm gonna do what I
I
can.
bet, man.
Um, but yeah, man. Hey, bud, do you have could you throw up that email address one more time
Yeah.
for the bands? Hey, bands, Black
Okay.
Sunrise, I'm looking at you guys. It's saintdoom@gmail.com, Doom with an E at the end. You guys, don't be shy. Send Jason your information. Like you said, even if you're not in this year, you're getting a step up on next year. Our
Absolutely.
music's not going
Absolutely.
away. This fest looks like it's going to be an annual banger. So, hey,
I'm
Jason,
thinking
is there
so.
Yeah, bud. Well, anything else you want to throw out there before we jump off here?
I was trying to think. Oh, I did secure getting. We're getting bougie. I secured a photographer for this Doom Fest.
Hell
Woohoo!
yeah.
Yeah, man. I threw it
That's
out there.
awesome.
Yeah, I threw it out to a guy I know that I met through the record store, and he is totally not into the music that we will be listening to at all, at
Huh.
all. But I was like, and I told him, and he's a professional photographer. He his main focus is insane asylums, old insane asylums.
It
I
sounds like he
figured
should be into our music.
absolutely, right? And I threw it out to him. I said, "Hey, man," I said, "I can get you a bracelet that will allow you to mingle with the bands."
Fuck yeah.
And I said, "I get you some free beer." And I said, "And you're just gonna have a really fun night, man." I said, "Even though the music night might not be your thing," I said, "it was a real community feeling, man, at the
Yeah.
last one, and people were talking to each other that didn't know each other, and it was just a really good vibe." So.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
because we have the coolest fucking community, like, in music.
we
That's
do.
that's how it was at Ripple Fest. That's how it was in Vegas.
It's cool, man.
Every report I heard about your show was the same thing. Desert
Yeah.
Fest, New York. It's a family, and like not like it's better than a family because it's actually people you want to hang out with.
Right, absolutely.
You know, so yeah, man, I'm like super stoked to hear that, bud. Like,
yeah.
dude, you're doing awesome things for the community, man. We appreciate you, man, and I love your enthusiasm and just
Thanks,
what a
man.
generally great guy you are. So I appreciate you, man. Dude, give me those knuckles one more time.
Hell yeah, man.
Fucking Doom life. You know what?
Doom life,
fucking
baby.
Jason is definitely living the Doom life, man. Hey,
Hell yeah,
Jason.
man.
I'm going to wrap this up, bud, if you want to hang on for just a second.
Yeah,
But
I appreciate
had
the time,
Jason,
man.
hell yeah, bud. I had Jason Doome for the Grand Rapids Doomfest. This is S. Patrick Brooks from the Heavy Underground Farm Report. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'm going to let you go now.
Laters.
Yeah. All right, dude. Hang
That
on.
was good.
Yeah.